All right, we are here with the good friends Diamond and Silk and their tree. I feel so underprepared for the Christmas festive season. Thanks so much, ladies, for taking the time today.
Thank you for having us.
So I really just want to compliment you on the amazing year that you've had. I mean, from the beginning of the year to now, what an arc it's been. Let's share a little bit of how this year has gone for you.
This year has been amazing. I mean, we saw our man when he was sworn in to become the president of the United States. Throughout the year, we've been to the White House a few times. We've been doing our speaking engagements and traveling a whole lot and still keeping the train to moving.
That's right. Meeting a lot of new people, seeing a lot of new faces.
And still doing the grassroots work.
Yes, educating people.
Right.
Yes,
right.
It's been amazing. And then we got to see President Trump the other night.
Yeah, we went to the Christmas party, the holiday Christmas party. And as soon as he saw us, he grabbed us and brought us up on stage.
Right.
So we was able to speak to the crowd. The White House was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Our First Lady, Melania Trump, did a wonderful job with all of the decorations. Everything was decked out. It was amazing, nice.
Yes.
It was an unforgettable evening.
Yes. So
I hear that Melania cleans up real nice. So I'm sure that you saw all of that.
Everything was, well, she's always lovely.
Always
yes, that's true.
But the White House was beautiful.
Immaculate.
So was it, I mean, you think of Christmas at the White House, of course, and you think that like nothing is left, no detail is left unattended to. Everything is about as pretty as it can be. Is that sort of what you experienced as well?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
It was like a winter wonderland. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
The music.
The White House is historic.
Very
too.
historic. Yeah.
And so when they take you into different rooms and let you see, okay, this is what this room means.
Yeah.
And represent. I found it amazing. I was so honored to be there.
It was
amazing. It was just an amazing night.
Yeah.
Well, I do hear that the tour of the White House is wonderful. As long as you steer clear of the Bill Clinton sex dungeons, you're likely to have a wonderful, wonderful tour and really drink in the history without stepping in anything too unsavory and sticky.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, now you said that, but it may be the truth.
So what has been some of the big highlights of this last year as you've moved front and center on the Trump train?
Well, you know what? We just had these tax cuts passed today. And I think that's amazing. It keeps more money in the American people's pockets. It helps corporations and businesses. And if you want to become an entrepreneur, they're creating an atmosphere for that to happen.
Yeah.
So I find that really, really, really amazing.
Yeah.
Some of those mandates that was boggling the American people down, where they have to pay these penalties if they don't get Obamacare, that's going to go away. And I'm excited about that.
And I would say, seeing the unraveling of the real collusion between the FBI and Hillary Clinton, and we'll say allegedly, and for everybody to see that there was no collusion against Russia. None whatsoever.
And if they want to talk about Russia, maybe they must be talking about our Russian dressing that we use whenever we make our corned beef sandwiches.
Because here's the funny thing, with this tax cut, I guess this is a pretty historic day for that. I mean, it's been decades since the last revision of this horribly complicated tax code. But the amazing thing is he's cut the corporate tax rate, like 40 to 20% or something like that. And immediately the corporate coffers are opening up from a bunch of different companies that I've seen today, and they're raining down Christmas bonuses on people. I mean, talk about a Charles Dickens moment. It's like, happy Christmas, everybody. Everybody gets a car. Everybody gets a bonus. And what kind of leftist Grinch do you have to be to scowl and snarl at people being able to get more money at Christmas, provide for their family, buy toys for their kids, buy wonderful food for their families? I mean, it's a beautiful moment.
Listen, and when we look at the Democrats, they keep complaining about the tax bill, the tax cuts, and they didn't come to the table. They had no solution.
None.
None whatsoever. They're all talking, no action. They will never be able to build the economy the way President Trump has built it.
That's right.
We had 8 years of Obama, a Democrat. He couldn't get it as close to what President Trump has got the economy booming and the everything, how it's
happening
going.
now in 11
President
months.
Obama,
Yeah.
he was in office for 8 years and he couldn't do what President Trump managed to do in 11 months.
That's right.
So I find that like, whoa.
Yeah. And I'm particularly impressed with all of these manufacturing jobs coming back, because that's something that a lot of economists and Obama himself, there's no magic. Those jobs aren't coming back. So it's kind of like those scenes in, like, the hospital dramas where someone's on the operating table and they're dying and then they die and the guy's trying to keep them alive. And then the nurse is like, he's gone. You have to, call it. And these jobs are coming back in a way that was utterly unprecedented.
Well, the reason why Obama said the jobs weren't coming back, because he was intending on outsourcing them anyways.
That's right.
He was going to put measures into place like TPP to keep those jobs from coming back here. And our president now, Trump, said, oh, no, we're going to scrap all of that. We're not going along with that, so that our jobs can come back. And that's what I so love about him. He said that he will be the best job creator.
That's what he said.
And it has proven itself out. And the left, they can get mad. They can do whatever they want to. I have a feeling that we will never elect another career politician to run nothing else in this country. Yeah. Because President Trump is truly making America great again, greater than we've ever seen it before.
And also, just to piggyback off of what Diamond just said, Obama wanted to take credit for this growth that's happening right now. How can he take growth for something he didn't know how to make happen?
Right.
So like Diamond said, this has been amazing. President Trump is doing a phenomenal, awesome job. And it's time for everybody to get on board, because those tax cuts do not just benefit Diamond and Silk. It also benefits the liberals, the left. Everybody get a tax cut, no matter who you are, as long as you are an American citizen.
Right. So don't complain about the tax cuts, especially when you didn't come to the table.
That's right.
To give your opinion about anything.
Yeah.
And another thing, what I found amazing this year for these 11 months.
Yeah.
You had the liberals running around here, but they haven't pushed not one piece of legislation that will help an American citizen. I really want the American people to see that. Not one.
That's right.
But then you have our president, President Trump, trying to make things better for the average American people. And that is what we love. That's why we elected him. And you know what? He is going to be up in office for what, 8 years? We're going to see 8 years. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and here's the funny thing. And it's kind of heartbreaking to see. Let me know what you guys think. But when I look at the left, at how they are railing against the successes in the American economy, the Dow and the NASDAQ being super high, unemployment, particularly among blacks and Hispanics, falling to it hasn't been this low for decades, the unemployment. And people being happier, people having optimism, people saving more, people getting more jobs. And they oppose it so much. It's hard to not think, for me at least, that they don't want America to succeed, that there's something of they've just become so set against the freedom, against free market, against people having control over their own money, that almost like America's success is their failure.
Well, when it comes to the left, they are afraid. See, whenever you come up and you can think for yourself and you can make it on your own, they can't control you.
Right.
Okay. They want ways to control you. So what they do is say, well, hey, they'll bring you down a notch. You could be making enough money to take care of yourself, but they'll make you feel that you're not making enough. So we have to give you this handout and that handout.
Right.
Because when they give you the crumbs, they can control you. Okay. Yes. And that's what their problem is. They don't have a leg to stand on because they can't control the masses anymore. Yeah. And when you can't control the masses, that means you don't hold the power.
That's right.
Okay.
It's part of the Democrat playbook. It's going to be fun seeing everybody go from welfare to work.
That's right.
People getting it for themselves and being happy with working for working for money to be able to feed their families and doing it themselves instead of waiting on somebody to do it for them.
And the entrepreneurial spirit is back.
It's back.
If you want to create a job, a business, if you want to create a business, he just opened up the playing field so that you can do so.
That's right.
I'm grateful, and it's amazing.
It's amazing.
And we elected the right guy. I am so happy we betted on Trump. And we went with the businessman. And that's why he's our president.
That's why.
Well, and the funny thing is, too, is I don't think there's ever been a bigger choice in political history anywhere across the world, because like Trump is a plus 10 and Hillary was like a minus infinity. So it's not just that it's Trump, which is great, but it's also that it's not Hillary, which I think would have been a complete disaster. So I think all of those who helped out in that particular fight have a lot to be proud of. Now, I guess we talked around the time of the inauguration when there was still some concern among people that, you know, Trump was the big talker, but he wasn't going to be able to get things done, or that, you know, either he was going to give up on his promises or the deep state was going to be like too strong for his agenda. Looking back now, I guess we're close to a year. How do you think he's done relative to what you hoped for?
Oh, he has done an amazing job.
Yeah.
The one thing about President Trump, he went up there, this is what we need to do. We need to repeal and replace Obamacare. Now, it is Congress' job to act. They have to do their part so that the president can sign it into law. So anything that did not get passed this year, do not blame our president, because it's not like he didn't try.
That's right.
He went up there. This is what we need to do. But I'm so happy today that tax cuts. We got our Christmas present.
We got our Christmas present. And with our president being in a swamp, I'm telling you, he's fighting his way through every rat, alligator, through the thick mud. He's fighting his way right on through it and getting some stuff did that's going to benefit the American people.
That's right.
And what do you think? Because this creepy Hollywood stuff that's been going on, not just Hollywood, but there seems to be a lot of Democrats swept up. A lot of these guys who are kind of creepy and grabby and harassment prone and all that. I literally can't imagine that would have come out under Hillary. I sort of get a sense of why a lot of people really were opposed to a Donald Trump presidency, because I think this kind of wholesomeness and this kind of integrity is casting some pretty bright light in some pretty dark places that I don't think would have been illuminated under Hillary.
Well, you know, these people sit on their soapboxes not realizing that we can now see what's in their box. And they try to have this type of high ground morality as if you need to do it my way or no way. And now look. And yes, all of this would have been covered up under Hillary Clinton, because you have to understand the Obama administration, Hillary Clinton, she took money. They took money from Hollywood.
That's right.
That they haven't given back. And some of these people that they took money from are being accused of the most horrific things.
Yeah.
And with the Harvey Weinsteins, you know, we heard him on tape trying to lure someone in his hotel room. So I think that if these men are guilty, they really do need to step down.
That's
you
right.
know what I mean? But the hypocrisy on the left is real.
Yes.
You know, they try to point that finger at somebody, but those other three fingers in that thumb is always pointing back at them.
Yes.
And I said the other day, they may not pay what they owe, but they're going to reap what they sow. The way they've treated this administration, the way they've treated this president, the way they've treated his supporters, the people that got out and voted for him. Those people are going to reap what they sow. And guess what? They are reaping it today.
Yes.
I mean, I've never seen so many people just fall from grace like this here.
Like flies.
One by one. But all of these people, they sit on their platform and say the most derogatory and damnable things about this president. And they're reaping what they sow.
They're reaping it.
Well, and it always seems to me that the left picks up this grenade and they want to throw it, but it ends up being stuck to their hand. And they can't, they can't get it off. So let's talk a little bit about Christmas, your plans for Christmas, who you're going to spend it with, and what does the season really mean to you in this particular year of all years?
You know what? First of all, this season means blessings, prosperity, and being able to say Merry Christmas.
Yes.
You know, I walked into a store the other day and they had signs up Merry Christmas. Up under Obama administration, it was Happy Holidays. And if you said Merry Christmas, it was almost like you just committed a crime. So I'm so happy that we bringing back our culture, the things that we hold dear, that puts us in the Christmas spirit, all because of this President Trump.
Yeah.
And what will I be doing? Probably spending time with family, just snuggling up, resting, because we've traveled the whole year, and getting prepared for 2018.
Yeah, and I basically second everything that Diamond said. And if I was to include anything, I would just include being with family, most definitely, eating a lot of food, catching up on some good old collard greens and ham hocks.
Yes.
You know, I mean, because traveling a whole lot, you don't get to eat a whole lot of that good old food.
Good food.
But
Right.
just really being with family, loving one another, and not talking about politics. You know, you got a lot of people that's going to be sitting at the dinner table, okay, and they got to know what to do whenever politics come up.
That's right.
And so whenever some politics come up and people want to take it there, this is what you say to them. He's your president. Okay?
That's what you say.
Period. Donald Trump is your president. And I would also like to encourage everybody. Go over there to the Diamond and Silk store and get your bowl of stupid.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people that's been doing a lot of stupid stuff this year. And we know it ain't going to end.
It's not going to end, and we're going to take it all the way into 2018.
That's right.
And also that He's Your President song is on iTunes, you all.
That's
so
right.
Google it on iTunes, and y'all can go and download that, because it's time for people to understand that we elected the businessman.
That's right.
The man that said he had the master plan to make America great again. And for those that you all that don't like him, he is your president.
Trump is your president. And one more line. Can I just say one more thing?
Yes.
To all of the haters, the race baiters, the agitators, and the demonstrators, Trump's your president. And if you don't like it, pack your coat and your hat, and you don't have to come back. Because for America, Donald Trump is your president no matter who you are. If you are an American citizen, to the left, to the right, the Democrats, the Republicans, the elites, the Trump Republicans, Trump is your president. That's and recognize that. So go get it. Go download it.
Yes.
We'll put links to all of that on the show notes. And it's funny, too, because I can almost see there are a lot of people who are on the left, who are on the Democrats, and I think they genuinely believed that the programs the left wanted to offer, you know, raising minimum wage, more regulation, more taxation, and so on, that was somehow going to genuinely help the poor, help the downtrodden. And now that there's a lot of help moving out and moving among the downtrodden and the people who have been less fortunate, I think they're kind of genuinely baffled, like you've let go of a ball and it's just kind of floating there. It's not falling. And it's like this is defying the political laws of physics that they believe in. So if there are people kind of teetering and who are genuinely baffled and confused and somewhat excited by what's going on in America these days, what would you guys say to them to try and tip them over towards embracing and becoming enthusiastic about what's going on?
Listen, you're going to have to let go. You're going to have to let go of what feels familiar. And we understand up under the Democrats, it feels familiar to cry racist, to want to beat up the statues, to want to kneel on a flag, to want to be disrespectful. That feels familiar. And what I will offer you today is to look at what's going on.
That's right.
If you have a 401k plan, it's affecting you in a good way because the stock market is up.
That's right.
Home ownership is up.
Unemployment
rate is down, especially for Black people.
That's
okay.
Right.
So it's time for you all to get off the fence.
Get off the fence.
Get out the bully pulpit with the rest of them. Because you know they like a bucket of crabs. They want to keep you down.
They want to keep you down.
Get outside so that you can experience and taste some of this goodness.
That's right.
Because the goodness is spread around for all Americans.
All of us.
But if you stay in your box, you're not going to see it. All you're going to hear is the race baiters and the agitators telling you that somebody is against you.
That's right.
Okay? So it's time for you. If you want to come up, hey, get out of your box and experience the goodness. Because the president is laying it out for us.
For all of us.
I feel so happy and grateful to be an American today.
Yes. And it is not about color. You know, look past the color. Okay? Be an American first and bring yourself to the process of the goodness that's being laid out for all Americans. As long as you segregate yourself in a box, that's where you're going to remain stuck. And you're going to be sitting back waiting on somebody to give you something. No, get outside of the box and get it for yourself.
That's right.
The opportunity is there for all Americans. Be an American first, and then you won't have to sit back and think that somebody is doing something to you.
Or against you.
Well,
this president really want to help you.
All of us.
All right. So, biggest things that you're looking forward to in 2018? I really can't believe that. Every time I say that, I feel like I'm in a science fiction novel. Where's my jetpack? But what are you guys most looking forward to in 2018, and what do you think the high points are going to be?
You know what? I think that they're probably going to start trying to revitalize some of these inner and urban cities.
Yeah.
I really think that they're going to probably start working on that. He's probably going to reform welfare.
Yeah.
And because he's creating an atmosphere where you don't just go to any job. You can go pick and choose what job you want to, and it's going to pay a good wage.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing that, and we'll probably get that repealed and replaced.
Yeah.
And some stuff about that border wall too.
Yeah.
Because he hadn't forgotten about that. The wall is going up.
Yeah. Basically, I'm so excited about the newness that's happening with a lot of people mindset unraveling and them seeing something totally different. Diamond and Silk being there to educate people so they can understand this is what you're feeling. This is what you're going to go through in order to get to. So with us being there to help guide people along, this is going to be an amazing ride, America, you know, where you get to experience goodness for yourself in your own home. That's what I see happening for Americans. All of this fussing and fighting and resistance and out in the street burning up your neighborhoods, I believe that that's going to just be over because people are going to start enjoying what they worked hard for.
Right.
They're going to start accepting and being happy for what they worked hard for and created and received from the fruits of their labor.
Right.
So that's what I foresee happening, and I'm really excited about that. When we see that, we're just going to be so happy and just be cheerleaders, I guess.
Yes.
I got to tell you, I appreciate your energy and enthusiasm every time we talk. I want to burst into song and throw some money in a collection plate. So thanks so much for your conversation, your friendship over the last year. Congratulations enormously on your success. I really look forward to seeing what you guys are up to in 2018. And big hug. Merry Christmas to you both.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to everybody.